Hello, 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 hello to all the beautiful people out there. Thank you for tuning in on another tarot reading. This is a divine masculine, divine feminine reading, checking into your connection. Just clearing my decks and just saying good morning. Welcome to all the new viewers. If you first time viewer, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful journey of light, love, and healing. I want to try. I'm just going to sort of go with a different spread today. That's why we have my whole table out. I want to do a really good check in with the divine feminines and divine masculines. So this deck that I'm shuffling here, for some other reason, the King of Pentacles is turned over. So I feel like this is the masculine deck. I feel like the masculine is already starting to show that they're grounded, they're practical, they're willing to look at long-term investment. They have created stability in their life and they have matured a lot concerning where they are in their life with themselves, by themselves. There's a tremendous amount of focus in creating stability financially, but also in where they live, in their life, and their values, what it is that they value. I'm going to do a mini Celtic cross for the masculine, and I'm going to use this deck. This is the Viking Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I will list all the decks below that I'm using, all the decks and Oracle decks. So we're going to use this deck to tune in with the masculine in the way of oracles. And then this here is the deck for the feminine, divine feminine. And we're going to use the Goddess Oracle cards, Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue to tune in, get extra Oracle cards for the feminine. And then, of course, we will have the Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So, before I start to read, if you like this video, please click like. If you like my style, please subscribe. I must apologize for being quiet and not doing a whole lot of variety of readings. My moon in Pisces is getting a total hammering from all this energy in Virgo, so it's a bit of a tough one for me. So I apologize for being quiet, but sometimes, you know, the light workers, we have to take a time out for ourselves. Okay, so let's see. I just want to simplify this a bit. Just shuffle. Below my video, you'll also find links where you can contact me for readings. There's a donation button. Thank you for valuing me. Thank you for valuing my time. If you find yourself donating to that button, my readings are all donation based. I do not do half readings and ask you to buy the rest. And please remember with readings that the energy is fluid. Okay, it could be vice versa. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, then if it doesn't tell your story, if it doesn't resonate, this reading is not for you, because it is a general reading. It's a general check-in reading. Okay, right, so let's begin. Please leave me comments. Please let me know how you find this reading. So let's see what's going on in the Divine Masculine's corner. Let's do it gentlemen first today. How are the gentlemen feeling in the house? When I say gentlemen, I mean masculine dominant. So I read for how do I say it? There's no gender specific nuances to my readings, okay? And I know, and normally I don't read reversals, but sometimes they come up reversed, so we'll just go with it. What's going on with the Divine Masculine this week? How are they feeling about the feminine? What obstacles are they experiencing in their life, if any? What's coming in for them? What's happening? And how are they willing to move towards the divine feminine. Okay. Okay, so I feel like the divine masculine is having to deal with structures in his life crumbling. And remember, we did have that King of Pentacles coming out. So I feel intuitively like the divine masculine is dealing with a lot of sudden changes, but they are meeting these obstacles head on. They are creating security. They know that whatever is crumbling in their life, whatever is falling apart, whether this is them having to move house, having to split up from a karmic connection, if they've been in a karmic connection with someone, I feel like the divine masculine is finishing off with relationships and situations. This could be in the career, but I feel it more almost on a personal level, especially if you're divine masculine, if this is the feminine watching, that the masculine in this union is going through huge changes that is happening suddenly, kind of might have known that it is coming in a way, or might have feel the rumble, in their life, that things wasn't 100%, but now things are kind of falling apart. And if changes hasn't been made on the divine masculine side, then the universe is making it for him so that he can get out of the situation and start over and actually really, really invest his energy in himself, because we did have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is about taking care of yourself, your values, creating security for yourself, making sure that you are strong before you go out and take care of other people. Okay, so, and I also feel, so we have the Four of Swords crossing this, which is an obstacle. So I feel like there's so much happening in the divine feminines, divine masculines corner. Maybe there are some divine feminines going to this, through this. Maybe this is flipped. So just remember, put it where it fits. Okay. So I feel like there's so much going on that it's very difficult to find peace of mind. It's difficult to find quiet time to process it all. And that the divine masculine actually does have quite a lot that he needs to think about concerning disappointments in his life, concerning certain truths that need to be spoken, emotional disappointments, heartbreak. I feel like the divine masculine feels like he needs to take a time out because everything is overwhelming and it's changing so dramatically that it's maybe struggling to cope with it on a mental level, because swords is about a mental processing and feeling that I need a time out because I can't cope. Okay, I need to recover from this upheaval and chaos in my life. So there's a decision that I need to make. And this one came out reverse. So I feel like everything is happening fast because the tower is Mars. And with this Two of Swords with the divine masculine, if there was any decisions that he needed to make, or that he took the time out to think about decisions that needs to be made, I feel like that decision has been made. He's arrived at the conclusion where he needs to be, after taking a time out or creating a bit of space, recovering from the chaos and making the time to think things through. But I feel like there's no procrastination with this. Mars is moving very fast. It's almost like everything is happening fast. There's a pause. Wait a minute, let me think about this and decide, and boom, the decision is made. Not wasting any time here. I feel like because the divine feminine is going to be on this side, that the divine masculine feels like he is ready to collaborate with the divine feminine. And the Three of Pentacles to me is nice and solid. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy coming in. It's creative energy. It's a card of collaboration. Let's work together. I can see the potential in our connection. But this is also a card that's divinely guided, that there is divine guidance in this. And I feel like from this tower moment, or this could even be just a realization with the divine masculine, because there's a lot of thinking. Okay, so this could also just be an epiphany, an aha moment. Um, Basically, the divine stepping in and jogging the divine masculine's memory and making him realize certain concepts, introducing new perspectives to see the potential that there is long term, in this connection with the divine feminine, and seeing things in a different way. I feel like with this Two of Swords, that there is, looking at things from a different perspective. And also with this a Four of Swords that's lying here, like in a challenged position, has actually come out in the reverse. So we're not with that one sword that's kind of like being at the top. I feel like thinking is over, sleeping on things, it's over, and the divine masculine feels like he is ready to take action, and you know introduce changes in how he does things as well. We have the magician. So magician is what the divine masculine really knows. He knows he's on a clean slate. He knows that the changes that came in is bringing opportunities for him to start over, and that there is a lot of potential in this connection with the divine feminine. And there is this sense of that he knows that this is a divine union, that connection to, the universe, the connection to source, and having everything out on the table. I feel like now the divine masculine is getting ready to invest himself in the connection with the feminine, because he realizes the potential, but most of all, he has all the tools now. He has worked through his own, how to say it, insecurities, or whatever it is that he needs to get himself out of, to be able to match energies with the divine feminine. I feel like he knows now that he's ready, and that there's a lot of potential in this connection, and he's willing to do the work. He knows that there is some sort of discipline that needs to take place. He needs to make that decision, and he needs to stick with that decision and not go to and fro, especially if he was struggling to make up his mind. I feel like he's all of a sudden becoming very clear on what it is that he wants to achieve and what it is that he wants to create in this connection. The magician is also about communication, it's ruled by Mercury. But I also feel a sense of Saturn there, because the magician is about discipline. It's about structure, planning. It's about bringing everything together. But there's a lot of passion in here. So I see a bit of Mars there, but I also see honesty, because of this, the white that he's wearing, the white in the lilies, the purity of his intention is coming through, because I feel the magician can be manipulative at sometimes, but I feel in this case that the divine masculine is done with manipulation, done with half truths, done with deception, done with all those things that was creating chaos and confusion in this connection with the divine feminine. Finally, I feel like the divine masculine is very, very clear with himself as well as with other people. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords coming in. I feel like this chaos that was created by the tower moment is something that came in the way of a conversation. Someone lost their cool. Someone impulsively did something, say something, and say, I had enough. I need to, and even maybe what I kind of feel is maybe the divine masculine was the one who instigated this tower moment, because I feel like he's been thinking on something. We have the Three of Swords there, which is the heartache, the disappointment that he had experienced in his life, and the truth of, things of matter of the heart that really wounded him. And he's been sleeping and thinking on these situations that touched him in an emotional, mental level, because swords is mental. So it is having a clear understanding of what is happening with him on heart level, and having to speak his truth, because this sword here is the sword that he picks up to speak his truth. And I feel like this sword here is this sword here. I feel like the divine masculine created a tower moment in his life so that he consciously did this so that he can end whatever wasn't working for him, so he can move forward and invest himself in projects and people with the divine feminine, which is divinely guided in a long term way. So he might not be in touch with the divine feminine at this point in time, but I feel like he is fixing to create a situation where there's going to be a collaboration and a working together and a building together on an even scale. This is about collaboration, everyone contributing their share to create something new, and this is divinely guided. Okay, and I also feel like if the divine feminines are in service, if you are in a service industry, and this is just a possibility that I kind of feel is like the divine masculine will make an appointment, or he will come to the place where you give service for a consultation. Okay, and I feel like he's making that decision impulsively. And maybe that's also the aha moment. If he was looking for a way to contact or reconnect with the feminine, I feel like he is going to go to a place of service where this divine feminine is working, or vice versa, put it where it fits people. Um, so I feel like that is going to, it's like, oh yeah, I can reconnect with the divine feminine. If you've been in separation, I feel like that's the way that he's fixing to reconnect with the divine feminine. Okay, decision has been made, but I feel like he's plotting and planning, strategizing on how he can, introduce the energy of collaboration between him and his divine feminine. Okay, so what's happening in the divine feminine's corner? Okay, hang on a minute. Before I go to divine feminine, I'm gonna draw this a card here from this beautiful, beautiful Viking deck by Stacey DeMarco. I love this deck. I love the Futhart. I love the Norse mythology. I love Thor. This is like this is the oldest energy that you will find that you can possibly work with. So just tuning into the divine masculine. What is an oracle card for where the divine masculine is at this point in time energetically? So we have Bacano. So Bacano to me is about birthing. It's a feminine card, okay? Very, very, very feminine. It resembles birthing cycles. It resembles starting new, taking on extra responsibility, taking care of matters around the home, planting seeds, starting new cycles, cleaning out your house, okay? But for a feminine card to come up for the masculine to me is like, I feel like the masculine's energy is beautifully balanced. He's in tune with his heart. He's in tune with the cycles of life. He's preparing his space to accommodate the feminine. He's energetically well balanced. Bacano is also about something small and something significant that will grow. So, because remember, we have the magician there, and I feel like he had this moment of epiphany or something that changes perspective. And it could have been something small, but I feel like it's the birthing of a new perspective, of looking at things in a different way. And it gives him an opportunity for a fresh start. And the magician is the number two, okay? I mean, sorry, the number one. So after the fool, I feel like he's already taken the leap. He's already made the decision to he has already chosen his divine feminine. Okay, he already knows where it is that he wants to do planning, strategizing, and he is taking this small epiphany, small idea, and the changes that has been brought into his life. He's allowing that idea to grow. He's making space for it, and he knows that this is an opportunity for a brand new fresh start. But I feel like even though the magician is about Mercury and communication, I don't feel he's speaking about it at this point in time. He's not sharing his ideas um, with other people as to what changes he wants to make in his life. So when he does make the changes, I feel like maybe people around him are quite shocked about the decisions that he's making, but he has been thinking about this for quite some time. Okay, this is also a very successful card. And it's also this card is also about, it marks the vows of silence. So I really feel that he's not speaking out about his plans, and that the decision that he makes, because he's not speaking, he doesn't share with people the bigger picture that he has for his life. So the decisions that he makes, that he feels is good for him, might shock other people around him. Okay, but it's also about the birthing of something new, whether it's a business, a new relationship. So I feel like he's willing to take a leap of faith in the direction of the feminine. Um, and it's quite a beautiful card to say that this is in the initial stages, of like the start. So the divine masculine is already making changes in his life, however shocking it might be, because he knows what he wants, and he's not please explaining himself to other people. He's just feels like, maybe it's none of their business. It's my life. I need to make decisions that's good for me. And I kind of feel like this masculine in the past had the experience of where he was listening to other people. He was trying to include other people in his life in every decision that he made, but therefore he created a reality that served other people and not him. And he's realized that, and now he's turning that around to make decisions that's good for him, and he's not consulting with other people because he did in the past. Okay, so what's happening with the divine feminine? How are the divine feminines in the house today? Okay, I feel some of us can be quite a bit emotional, just like me. But it's just a phase. Just a phase. It's just a little bit of a speed bump in the road of life. Okay, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and this too shall pass. Stay in the moment. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands. That is here for the divine feminine. I just want to see, maybe I can put it like that. So I feel like there's a lot of restless energy. Maybe the divine feminine has to do with a lot of conflict in an immediate environment. This conflict could be at work or it could be at home, but I feel it's more at work because we have the wands here. We have power struggles because there's two people here having a tug of war. They're having a go at each other. So power struggles at work more than likely. But I mean, this could be in social groups, this could be with friends, this could be, anywhere. Just put it where it fits. But I feel like there's a lot of restless energy here, and kind of a battle of wolves going on. But this could also be an internal struggle. Okay, this could be an internal struggle as well. So just keep that in mind. The challenge is creating stability. The divine feminine is setting out to create a home. She wants a home. That's her desire. This is also the 1111. So I feel energetically the divine feminine is stepping through open energetic doors. So you might be seeing 1111 quite a lot, on the clocks, in numbers, wherever. And so, but this is kind of like in a challenge position. So I feel like there's instability in the divine feminine's life because of conflict, and she's trying to keep it even keel. She's trying to stay positive about things, especially when it comes to her divine masculine. I feel like this Four of Wands is coming in support of, because she knows what she wants. She knows what makes her happy. Um, Even though there is this conflict, and I feel like with the Four of Wands reversed, that there's just a little bit of a delay, in the happiness, because it is still 1111, and she feels like she just needs to jump over this hurdle to build some forward momentum in her life. The divine feminine has the world. So the world is about finishing off with situations. I feel like she's finishing off with situations of conflict. She just doesn't want to. She's focusing on creating her happiness. She's focusing on what is bringing her joy in life, and I feel like she's using this. If she's struggling with conflict at work, then home is quite peaceful, and it gives her an opportunity to regenerate. I also feel like where she's now, she's creating a beautiful energy where she can take a leap of faith. She's finishing off with situations that doesn't serve her. I feel like she's kind of done with situations that doesn't serve her. She's sitting on top of the world. She's starting to see the stepping stones of each and every challenge that took her higher and higher. She starts to realize all the open doors that she stepped through that was taking her to challenges, but how she used that challenges as stepping stones to move forward in her life. I feel like even though there's this unstable energy, maybe inner conflict or conflict that she has to deal with in the outer world, that she is seeing how to turn the opportunities in her favor so that she can rise above it, because the world is above, but it's also very grounded because it is the world after all. And after the world, we get the fool. So I feel like the divine feminine is preparing herself to take a leap of faith. We have the King of Cups. So her divine masculine might be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But I feel like when I was saying um, we might be struggling emotionally, I feel like, with the King of Cups is emotionally balanced, especially if he comes out upright. And this could be her divine masculine that she's dealing with. If he's not a water sign, could be a masculine person who's just very creative, loves music, writes poetry, is very creative in his own right, even painting, creating things with his hands, projects that he works on. Very creative individual, but emotionally very well balanced. Inspirational as well as spiritual, emotionally having the ability to dive deep. But I feel like if this is not her masculine that is showing up in her reality, then this could be, when I say showing up in a reality, I mean that the connection is very close. Like she feels him, even though they might not, if there's separation, that she feels his energy around her, even though he's not in her reality. She knows he's there. She can feel his closeness. She can feel his support. She might dream of him. There might be some dream time here where they spend time in the ethereal, all those type of things. So I feel like also that the feminine is emotionally balancing herself out in spite of the conflict. Maybe the conflict can rock her boat now and again, but she is maintaining and working to maintain her emotional balance. We have the Ten of Cups. So Divine feminine, no, she has her eye on the prize. You know, she knows what she wants. There's no guessing here. She wants her happy after with her divine masculine. That is what she's focusing on. She's focusing on creating a beautiful happy moments for herself amidst the conflict. It's not breaking her stride, but I also feel around her, maybe her conflict is at work, but her home life is a very happy sort of scenario, where she could spend time with family. But maybe she's also beautifying her home because we see the celebration there. Maybe she's creating a beautiful space for when her, I kind of feel like she sees her masculine arriving at her door. She sees inviting him in. She's creating spaces where they can spend time together. She is, keeping in mind that her space is going to be becoming her divine masculine space as well when he appears into her life. And so I feel like she is preparing herself for this. Wishes coming true. The feminine is actively taking action in her daily life, in creating a beautiful home, for herself, for her divine masculine. And I know she knows it's time to be happy. We have the 10, we have the world, and we have the 9 of Cups. So I feel like with the divine feminine that there is wishes is about to come true here. And it is because she's been keeping her eye on the prize. She's taking all the opportunities that's been presented to her to grow emotionally, spiritually, because the cups to me is about emotions, emotional fulfillment. And we have 2 10s here, the world and the 10 of Cups. I feel like if the divine feminine is in a situation where she is with someone where she doesn't want to be in a relationship, if she needs to free herself up to be with her divine masculine, that she's working to create her single status, because there might be conflict, as I said, in the home. She's finishing off with that, but she's dealing with it because she's keeping her 10 of Cups and her 9 of Cups in mind. She knows that if she is with someone else, she can't be with her divine masculine. Okay, and we had 2 cards flipping over, so we are going to take these two. So the first one is Isis. And it says, so this situation involves your past life memories. So I feel like maybe with the divine feminine, it's a past life memories. The divine feminine and masculine, they in their dream time or even in their awakened state, if you on your spiritual journey, you remember the lifetimes that you spent with your twin. You know the roles that you played. You know how you were there for each other, or how you abandoned each other, because there's a lot of abandonment in twin flames in past life. But the other card says, easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So I feel like this 9 of Cups is about, everything unfolding as it should. Okay, it's about wishes coming true. It is something that you have been hoping and praying for a very, very long time. Okay, maybe 10 years, maybe 9 years, world, could even be 21 years. So just put it where it fits. Okay, because to me, twin flame is long, long, long time. Okay, it's not months, it's not weeks, it's not 1 or 2 or 3 years. It's a long, long, long connection. But because those two fell out, I'm going to draw another one, because I feel I want to draw another one. It says Quan here, compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So I feel like if there's any conflict that you need to deal with, to free yourself up, just know that everything is happening for the highest good of all. and that your angels are there with you. Now, before one last deck we're going to go is the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. So let's have a look what's going on in the way of romance for the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Okay. What's coming in? I feel like both the Divine Feminine and both the Divine Masculine are dealing with conflict. They're mirroring each other, but they're working to get towards each other, okay? And they're dealing each with the situations in their life in the best way, because they know that the path lead, the choices that they make lead to each other, is what I see happening here. Worth waiting for. So I feel like there's been a lot of waiting for the Divine Masculine Feminine. Maybe the feminine has been waiting a long time. I did bring up years here, 21 years, put it where it fits. Okay, 10 years, 9 years, 5 years at the least. Just waiting for your Divine Masculine to appear and for the two of you to get together. But each and every second is absolutely worth it, because I adore my Divine Masculine. He is the most beautiful man I have ever seen. I worship at his altar. So these two that flip out. Playfulness. So remember to have fun while you are in this waiting period, because things are coming together. Remember to stay lighthearted. It doesn't necessarily have to, it could be with other people, it could be by yourself. Just do activities that brings you joy and happiness, and that nourishes your inner child, your sense of humor, whether it is watching stand-up comedies, especially if you are in isolation like I am. I like to watch stand-up comedies. I like to have a good giggle. And it says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Go on a swing, go to the park, climb on a swing, have a swing. Remember what it was like to be 5 or 6 years old. And this is the other one that it says very soon. So prepare yourself, because things are coming together. You do not want to be caught with your pants down in this one, because you've been waiting for years, okay? But I know what I'm saying here is something that you have been waiting for all your life, and I know that you've been spending years and years preparing yourself, working through your own baggage, releasing anything that you need to release concerning betrayal, abandonment, abuse, trauma, from your childhood, your parents, your family. um, Going on that spiritual journey and making a huge amount of sacrifices to get yourself in a place, maybe even going for psychotherapy, doing what we see, what do I see here? Shadow work, okay, embracing your dark side, and all of that, because that's what the twin flame journey is about. When you go through crisis, and when you go through dark night of the soul, this is not for the faint-hearted, okay? That's why I encourage people, when they go through dark night of the soul, that they reach out if they feel like they want to commit suicide, because you do get those thoughts when you do your shadow work. It is to call a helpline, call a friend, reach out to people. Don't isolate yourself, because we are so tend to isolate ourselves when we go through these deep, dark stages of this connection. But we do, because we are releasing everything, and through that we have earned our wishes coming true. This is wishes coming true. This is the last card that I draw in tarot. And this is the last card that I'm drawing in the oracle cards. So I'm telling you now, very soon, it says clearly decide what you want, so it comes to you now. We all already know what we want. We've been waiting for it for many, many, many years. So this is just to keep your eye on the ball, okay? Keep on living as if it is going to happen, and it will happen. Keep on preparing yourself. And just stay focused. Focus on you, focus on playtime, relax, and let this journey unfold for you. So please give me feedback on this reading for this Divine Masculine Feminine reading. I absolutely adored reading for you. And leave me comments, connect. I love to say hello. I love reading for my soul family, my soul tribe. And have a beautiful day, everyone. Go in light and love. Take care until next time.